Windows, Mac, Linux. You've probably heard these names before. Do you actually know what makes them different and which one is right for you? And welcome back to another exciting learning episode. And now that we've explored mobile operating systems, let's shift our focus to the systems that power most computers around the world. In this lesson, we're going to look at popular operating systems, including Microsoft Windows, macOS, Linux, and UNIX. Think of operating systems like the foundations of a house. Everything you do on your computer, from opening files to running applications, depending on that foundation being strong, stable, and efficient. In this lesson, you will understand what makes each operating system unique, why they are commonly used, and why they matter in the real world. And if you're ready to build a deeper understanding of the systems behind your computer, let's get started. We are still exploring operating system concepts, and at least we've done a good job covering the mobile operating systems. And now I want us to look at popular operating systems for our desktops and laptops. So the number one on the list is Windows operating system. And mind you, we're still at level 1 of our digital literacy journey. So you just need to know. So we see that Microsoft designed the Windows family of operating systems. So it is owned by Microsoft. It is proprietary software. So the most current version, the minute, is Windows 11. Though some home computers may still run Windows 8, Windows 10, and both versions feature a desktop interface that allows users to access programs, manage files, and customize their system for personal or professional use. So this is an example of that. In this Windows 8 interface, this is Windows 10. And if you're still using Windows 10 and your system supports Windows 11, do auto upgrade because of the security enhancement and all the various patches that you need to stay safe. Then we have the Mac OS, which is from Apple. It is also proprietary, developed by Apple, and is the operating system used on Macintosh computers. So we've got recent versions like the High Sierra 10.13, Mojave 10.14, and Catalina 10.15. And each version offers multiple, each version offers improved performance, security, and user experience. So the Catalina and Mojave desktop showcase Apple's clean design and powerful features for both personal and professional use. So that's an example of their interface. And the last, not the last, we've got the Linux, which is also a free and it's open source operating system used worldwide on everything from supercomputers like those at Google and NASA to millions of home and business computers. So its open nature allows users to modify and customize it freely. So this is not proprietary. You can go in there, you're a developer, you can make changes. And that makes it a favorite among programmers and developers. So versions of Linux are known as distributions or distros. So have that in mind, each offering unique features and interfaces. So some popular examples include Ubuntu, Elementary OS, and CentOS. So the Ubuntu and CentOS desktops demonstrate Linux versatility and power. So that is Linux for you. You can test it out, play around with it, and it should be good to go. And the last but not the least is our UNIX operating system. And it's one of the earliest operating systems originally created for large mainframes and word servers. So modern versions are available for desktop computers and include a graphical user interface, though the graphical user interface is separate from the core operating systems. So I might need to maybe get my virtual machine and test it out, having really tried my hand on a Unix operating system. So you should also do so. So if you still want to learn more about the IC3 Digital Literacy Program, I will urge you to head over steadypod.com/IC3 if you want to know more about what I do and what I've been passionate for the past 8 years to go get into 9 years now. Then you head over to fittsgh.net. And if you've got any institution, any university that needs to implement some of these certification programs into their curriculum, just call on me and I'll help consult and make sure it is implemented and integrated successfully. See you in the next lesson. God bless. And if you've not subscribed, if you've not followed, please do all to do that. Thanks and help a brother out.